Guapo.
Welcome, wrestling fans, back to the Granite City Showdown II, right here on the corner of North Main and Elm at the Barre Heritage Festival. We are Green Mountain Wrestling, bringing the action to you once again. My name is Peter DeLonge. Thank you so much for coming on back and checking us out on YouTube. We were here last year, and you can check out all the footage for free on our YouTube page. Check it out. We had a blast last time, and we're back once again to bring the action to you all over again. Coming out of the ring right now and entering the ring, Papi Guapo, Diego Alvarez, a transformed man, a determined man, a focused man, a man who has seen the better path to take and has trudged down towards it with nothing but victory on his mind. Diego Alvarez has turned his career around and has all the potential in the world here now. Nothing holding him back. And if I can talk about the complete opposite of all that. Let's go! Get away, old man! That guy almost hit him! That guy almost took off his hat and hit Preston Douglas. I would have laughed so hard. I never thought that I would see the return of Preston Douglas in Green Mountain Wrestling. After he was absolutely decimated by the last Street Fighter V8 Tatum in a cage. After he was reduced to nothing but a smudge on the canvas, Preston Douglas found a way to ooze his way back to life and is now back, unfortunately, polluting the airwaves with his entrance music and making us squint all the harder in this bright light in hopes of completely losing sight of him. Mr. Elegant Preston Douglas is back here in Green Mountain Wrestling. And let's kick it over to Clark Dyer for the opening announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next contest is scheduled for one fall. It is brought to us by our tag team partner, Root Quick Lube and Auto Center. Introducing first competitor number 1 in this corner, coming from Guapo territory, weighing in at 192 pounds, Papi Guapo Diego Alvarez. And introducing his opponent in this corner, coming from Stone, Vermont, weighing in at 185 pounds, Mr. Elegant Preston Douglas.
Well, there's everything you need to know about Preston Douglas and his relationship with the fans here at Green Mountain Wrestling.
Our referee in charge of this contest, Craig Cardiac.
Folks, before we get going, we got to make sure to give a quick shout out to our tag team partner for this matchup, Roothier Quick Lube and Auto Center. You know, sometimes it's hard to find a trustworthy auto center for you and your car unless you live right here in Barre, Vermont, and you have access to Roothier Quick Lube and Auto Center. They've got you covered from the big stuff all the way down to just minor maintenance. Make sure to check them out at RoothierAuto.com and go on Facebook and check out their many 5-star reviews. If you don't believe me, check it out there. Thanks so much to Roothier Quick Lube and Auto Center once again for sponsoring the action here in Green Mountain Wrestling. And there's a bit of a difference in reactions here, just a bit. Preston Douglas will not be deterred, however, unfortunately. You'd think eventually he'd get the hint and just fade off into the distance, but no, he keeps coming. He keeps subjecting the crowd to his presence. We're just gonna have to deal with it. But when we see stuff like that, like him getting shoved out of his boots by Papi Guapo, it makes it all worth it.
I'll get in the ring when I'm ready to.
I will say both these men have something in common at our last event, the Barre Elks. They both took losses in the cage. However, their losses were very different in nature. Diego Alvarez shaking the monkey off of his back, breaking away from the roadblock that was keeping him from elevating himself. Suffering the loss, but gaining the clarity that he needs to continue on and succeed in this business. Preston Douglas, however, took a loss that we all enjoyed every minute of. We all enjoyed watching him being pummeled to a pulp by B.A. Tatum. Diego Alvarez, he had to have known that was going to happen. He must have been ready. Clearly he was ready. Preston Douglas is not going to shake a hand and say, sure, may the best man win. Let's do this fair. It's not going to happen. That's an opportunity waiting to happen in Preston Douglas's eyes. But one that he was not able to capitalize on.
Come on, Jeff.
Now slowing things down, making Papi Guapo chase him for it. Preston Douglas showing his true colors as per usual. Off the ropes, going to drop the elbow, but Diego Alvarez saw it coming a mile away. But unfortunately didn't see that coming. In retrospect, it makes perfect sense for Preston Douglas to do what he just did. Impressive rising knee strike to Papi Guapo as well. And now Preston Douglas finds himself in a rare, advantageous position. You know, I'll give him credit. I shouldn't say rare. He finds himself in this position more often than I'd like to admit. But usually it's because of the questionable tactics that he employed to get there just a moment ago. Off the ropes now. Back elbow. Takes Alvarez down. Stepping on the hair now. And pulling him up by the arms. Douglas is just a despicable human being. Anything that you can think of that a person can do that makes you go, oh God, that guy's he's awful. Preston Douglas is spectacularly expertful. Expertful? His expertise. You know what, I'll take that out. The expertise that he shows at those things. I'm distracted. It's a beautiful day. There's people all over the place. I've got delicious drinks in front of me. Papi Guapo now hammering back with a sick forearm to the jaw.
Should I chop him? Should I chop him?
Asking for a little bit of advice. And taking the crowd's advice there. Oh, went to go for another chop, but Preston Douglas just took the thumb and shoved it right into the eye socket. Bulldog takes him down, goes for the cover.
There we go.
Man, I'd say shut the Barre Heritage Fest down right away if he just got the win right there. I'd say forget about it. Everybody go home. There's no coming back from that. Thankfully, Papi Guapo has his wits about him. As Preston Douglas ascending the ropes, being taunted mercilessly by the crowd, mostly children. And Papi Guapo saw it coming and sends him flying for it. The crowd loves it. Big clothesline takes Mr. Elegant down. Demanding that Preston Douglas get back onto his feet just so we can send him back down to the canvas. This is a focused, determined, hip-swiveling Papi Guapo we see right now. And there's the big win.
And your winner, Diego
Now, as great as it is to see Preston Douglas's shoulders pinned to the mat for the 1, 2, 3, and I want to bury the lead. Papi Guapo, Diego Alvarez, he is determined to start anew this Green Mountain Wrestling path on a positive note, and he has done just that. Papi Guapo picks up a win, shaking hands with the fans of all shapes and sizes, And we're here for it, folks. Diego Alvarez is on a mission, and I can't wait to see where this young man's career goes from here. Folks, don't go anywhere. The Barre Heritage Festival continues. Granite City Showdown II rolling on. Green Mountain Wrestling has plenty more action to come.